Hi YouTube, it's Alan Sagano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and today's topic is about how the CMMC, the Cybersecurity Maturity Maturation Model, and the NIST 800-171 are now kind of aligned a little bit better. Before they were kind of like this, and now they're more in step with each other. So if you're not familiar with NIST 800-171, it's also known as CUI compliance, controlled unclassified information. So basically like federal contractors that have to do work with the federal government, mostly for defense, they are usually have to be CUI compliant so that you're ensured that they're held to a much higher standard. So you can kind of think of the CMMC, there's 3 levels of the CMMC. Level 1 is foundational, it just has 17 controls. Level 2 is advanced, and it's the one that you probably need if you're going to have to be CUI compliant. There's 110 controls. Most Department of Defense subcontractors or even primes are usually at this level, unless you're dealing with really very, very sensitive information. Also, level 2 does now require a 3 CPAO, a certified third party, to come in and verify that, yes, in fact, you are NIST 800-171 CUI compliant. And then level 3 is expert, which has over 110 practices. The NIST guidelines are NIST 800-172. Usually that mostly applies to Department of Defense contractors, critical infrastructure, nuclear secrets, stuff like that. So they are aligned a little bit better than they used to be. So that's good because it makes typically the CUI and the CMMC go hand in hand for compliance. You can kind of think of, NIST basically lays out what you need to become compliant, and the CMMC kind of gives you a life cycle management or a portal on how you would go about reaching that compliance. It is a little bit tricky to become compliant. If you do need help becoming CUI compliant or CMMC, or for that matter HIPAA, PCI, or any of the other compliance measures, we can certainly help you out with that. Please send an email to info@adscon.com. Thanks a lot for listening. And by the way, the NIST stuff and the CMMC, it's always getting updated all the time. So even if you are compliant, and by the way, I forgot to mention this, you need to get recertified for CMMC level 2, the advanced, every 3 years. So there is a recertification component. So even though you may have been compliant 3 years ago, you have to go through and recertify. It's probably not a terrible idea, just because the standards change and there's new requirements and you may not be aware of them. So that's why it's a good idea to probably go out and get that recomply. So anyway, if you do have any questions or you need to become CUI compliant, please send an email to info@adscon.com. We'd love to help you out. Thanks a lot for listening. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon.